I'm doing Uber Eats. It's like a main job if I have to do it.
Mhm.
But if I have like freelance writing projects, I'll do those instead. Like, yeah. So like, yeah, like, and something like a challenge I've been like encountering with that is finding like is pretty much cold calling all these clients and customers. It's like I can do it, but it just gets really tedious, and it's just like, oh, I really have to do this 8 hours a day. Like, how do I get
Well,
over
yeah, I mean, okay, there's a couple of things with that. So,
that? Okay.
so one, the most effective type of marketing is inbound marketing rather than
Yeah.
outbound marketing. So when you're cold
Yeah.
calling people, you're doing outbound marketing, right? It's a
Mhm.
lot of work, right? If you inbound marketing is what I tend to focus on, which is build a brand, right?
Yeah.
So start your own YouTube channel, right? Start talking about writing, right? If you're doing freelance writing,
Right.
you have to start making content. It could be a blog too, right? Because you're writing, right? So whatever you
Yeah.
want, just some
I have that
media that
already
you're
with blogs and
okay.
stuff. Yeah. Hmm.
And you target the specific people that would be hiring you, right? So what kind of questions are they going to ask? What are they searching
Oh,
for
yeah.
on Google, right? And you make that type of content, right? Even content
Okay.
like how do you hire a freelance writer? How do you find a good freelance writer? How do you evaluate one, right? Those are all great topics, right? Then you
Exactly.
can have people coming to you that will, and that's the general approach that I take. But that takes time, right? It takes years to build
Yeah.
up
That,
an audience to
obviously.
do that,
Yeah.
right? Like for example, with my coaching, right?
Yeah.
You guys, I hardly ever advertise coaching. I don't think I even make YouTube videos or anything on
I
that.
heard
I just
that.
have it. I just have it on the web page, just to have a link there. But I have enough people that see me on YouTube that I get coaching applications, every day of people wanting to do coaching, and it's because it's all inbound. It's all inbound marketing. I don't go
Yeah.
out and cold call people,
Yeah.
but which is nice, right? That's the best way to run a business. But
Yeah.
if you do have to cold call, especially getting started up, then the
Yeah.
biggest advice I could give you is just
Mhm.
to get a spreadsheet and just to equate it down to numbers, right? So
Okay.
it's the same thing like dating advice, right? Because I tell
Yeah.
guys all the time, I'm like, all right, well, if how many girls do you have to talk to
Yeah.
in order
How
to
many
get a phone
chicks have you
number?
approached, and how many chicks have you invited? How many
Right.
chicks have you gone on dates with? How many chicks have you had sex with? Yeah, I do that
So
already, and I do that. Also do that with cold calling too. I'm
right.
just wondering like the mental aspect of it. You know what I mean? It's like
Well,
with
yeah.
yeah, with hunting for chicks, it's like it's to me that's fun, but like hunting for freelance writing gigs, it's not so fun, man.
Not as much, but you can make it into a game, right? So, but the
Yeah.
biggest thing that will change the mental aspect of it is knowing your numbers, right? So,
Okay.
if you know that you have to contact 15 people to get one gig,
Yeah.
then in your mind, I just need to contact 15 people. I want a gig, I need to contact 15 people. You don't need each person, like you don't have to put all your like you don't have to face rejection every time, because you're just like it's just numbers. It's just numbers. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna approach 15 potential clients, and
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna talk to them and just say I don't have any pressure. I don't even need to put pressure on them, because I know 1 out of 15, it's like magic, it's like clockwork, because I've done it enough times to know. So once you have your number and you know what it is, that makes
Yeah.
it easier, right? I got one guy I'm coaching that's selling solar panels, and shit, that's 1 out of 50. He's got to knock on 50 doors to
Oh
make
my
one
God.
sale,
Yeah, that's
right?
gotta be. Oh,
But once he knows the number in his head, then he stops like beating himself up, and it becomes an easier job, because he's like, okay, well,
yeah.
I need to knock on 100 doors today, and I get 2 sales. That's it. And
Yeah.
that's all. Instead of focusing on getting the sales, he focuses on knocking on doors. It's the same thing. You have to shift
Oh,
the focus
right.
of, instead of
Okay.
getting the freelance
Yeah.
client, talking
Yeah.
to 15 people or 20 people or
Right.
however many it is, and then it becomes like clockwork, and then you don't stress it, and it doesn't feel like a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So
And then I start crunching the numbers about it too. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Right on.